If there was one thing I remember about being at Texas A&M when I was here is how really, really humid it is, and that has held true. All right, guys, well, we're going to get started like we do every Monday. Every time we start one of these Zooms, I want you to read your positive affirmations out loud, and I want you to write 5 things in your journal that you're grateful for that have happened in the last 24 hours. One of my grateful things is that this business has allowed me, oh my gosh, y'all, I cannot do this weather. This business has allowed me to just pick up and let's go. I know it looks like I rolled out of bed, but I really didn't. It's just terrible. This business has allowed me that, okay, Sunday and Monday of spring break, since our regular spring break was canceled from last year and again this year to go to LA, that we can work from anywhere. And so that's what I'm doing. We just loaded up the car. My daughter wanted to come down to Texas A&M, which is where she'll be attending in the fall of 2022, obviously where I went to school, and just hang out. And today, my daughter and her best friend are getting to go meet the very first person I ever met in class, because my friend Christy still lives here in College Station. And then my longtime friend who ended up being in my wedding and was my just ride or die person when I was here. Her name is Tracy. They get to meet both of those girls today, both of which I probably haven't seen in 20 years. So it's really, really exciting that they're going to get to do that. So that's something I'm super grateful for today, but that we have this freedom to just up and go and change all plans and still be able to work from wherever we want to. So do your positive affirmations and then go right into your grateful journal. God, everything is so damp outside. Let's go ahead and go right into our birthday messages. Obviously, this is part of your custom conscious comments so that you can touch everybody at one point throughout the year. Just happy birthday. I actually do yesterday's birthdays. Yikes, I accidentally forgot. I missed posting on your wall. So hope you had a happy birthday. Did you get lots of presents and a whole cake to yourself? So go ahead and do those real quick. If you don't have that many birthdays from yesterday or today or tomorrow, because tomorrow you can say, before the week gets away from me, I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. Hope you get lots of presents and a whole cake to yourself. Do you have any special plans? Or if you're doing today's, kind of the same concept. Don't just say happy birthday. You need to end with a question. But if you don't have at least 10, then go do some custom conscious comments. Go find somebody's picture. There was a lot I did this morning, just as soon as I woke up, that were just people posting pictures of being on vacation. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Where are you guys? Something like that. It's a little damp and cold out here this morning. All right, as soon as you finish doing those, let's just look at, I'm going to go do a custom conscious comment on this one because it's so good. Okay, so moving right along from there, today was auto ship day. So you really need to go check and see what is my volume today and how much more do I have to do to get to where I want to go, because you can break that down per day. I don't just check volume. I've got to check volume, free accounts, how many customers I want, how many promoters I want. And so I go and I look at those numbers and I go and see, and then I see how many credits I have. How can I work with all of that? And it kind of gives me a direction for the week. So I'm not just blindly going in there. Like, I need a certain amount of free accounts. I need a certain amount of volume, and I need how many customers, how many promoters. I was a crazy free account person last week. So this week that gives me something to honestly go check on. I'm like, okay, now it's time for those people to come through. But I banked on that free shipping this weekend. It's crazy to me how much people love free shipping and how sometimes that's the thing that's going to pull them over. Now, let's say you have a whole lot of credits. You could always say, oh my gosh, the company's free shipping ended, but I have enough for 2 more people, or I have enough credits to get 2 more people free shipping. Would you like the info? Just in case you miss catching up to one. So my goal every month is to have 10 free accounts under all the accounts that I work. So I have to, so right now today, Susan has hit the goals that she needed to. But Talon still needs a certain amount of volume to hit his car bonus and finish his trip. He's got everything filled in. He just needs 2 customers. That's it. So we're going to concentrate. He and I are going to concentrate on that this week. Let's just knock it out and be done with it, right? And then Mike needs a certain amount of volume to finish his trip, but he only needs 2 free accounts and 2 promoters, but he has a crap ton of credits. So I've got that all written out so I can just kind of see. Of course, both of those help my volume and each other's volume, so it works out really well. But I have to lay it out, so just so I know what my goal is for the week. If I don't know which direction I'm going, it doesn't help me at all. I definitely have to have more. Okay, so hopefully, Verna, you can hear me now because I'm just talking away. Okay, so after you've looked at that, now I would encourage you today for your follow-ups to go to anybody who did an auto ship. So that may be your customers, your husband's customers, spouse's customers, whatever it may be. Somebody on your team that did a promoter auto ship. Just go and say, hey, I just wanted to thank you for your order. I hope you have a blessed week. Just something super, super simple that really, it's Thrive related, but not. It's just part of your customer service. So write that down that you definitely need to go do that today, because that'll probably take you some digging to do. All right, let's go to our social media and let's work on our stories. So today I actually took a picture of this view right back here. And I went and found a Monday motivational quote because I didn't want to just post one of their pictures. And I just said, this is your Monday reminder that you can handle anything the week throws at you. That was a Monday motivational quote. I put it with my picture. That's how I started. And then I did a fun picture of my capsules. My friend Debbie. I did a fun picture of my capsules with this background as well. And just said, what a beautiful place to start my work week or something like that. And now I'm going to take a picture of you guys because I really like to talk about how you can work from anywhere in this business. But you want to post something motivational. If you're not good at taking your own pictures or whatever, go find a picture off of Pinterest, screenshot it, save it. Always do something inspirational to kick off. And then you want to do something about your 3 steps. But you don't want to just post the picture of your 3 steps. You want to say why these 3 steps do what they do. So that's what I'm about to go into. I posted my pictures of my capsules about starting my week. But now I've got to go talk about what those capsules and this patch and this shake actually do for me. Or people are like, okay, great, Susan, you pop these pills every morning. But I want to know what it does. You can hardly see this picture because of the background, and it's got my reflection in there. That's funny. I don't know what that noise is behind me. Now, I want to say something. On my social media in the morning, that's not just something I don't think about. I actually literally try to think about what I'm putting out there. So there are some mornings that it's going to take me a little bit longer to do that. It's not just something I can throw up there in 5 minutes and run out 2 minutes and run out the door. 5 minutes, I can probably pull it off. I want it to be effective. I want people to look at it and go, it's eye catching. If I screenshot a picture, guys, you're going to have to take your fingers and shrink down the picture so it fits on the screen. If half the words are off the screen, that's not appealing to people. If you can take your fingers and shrink it down and have like a border around it because it's small, it's way more effective. Just make sure that when, you can always go look at other Thrivers stories and look and see how their stuff looks. If it looks appealing to you and you stopped and looked at it, that's what you need to kind of focus on. I see a lot of people who do their social media and I click right by it because it's too much or it has too many words on it or it doesn't fit on the screen. So it's almost kind of blurry. You've got to make sure all that stuff looks appealing. So yes, I will start everything on Instagram. That's where I will start my stories, or even if you start it on Snapchat or whatever you do, if what you post, you're like, man, that is awesome. Look at, save it and use it next Tuesday or next Thursday. You can use your pictures over and over again. I do that all the time. So some days, yes, it may take a little bit of work, but then there's other days when you don't have a whole lot of time that you can actually just use something that you've already used. Now, all of my stuff, like I do it on Instagram, so it saves it. So then I go put it in LinkedIn. Then I go and I put it in Snapchat, and then I go and I put it on Facebook. Yes, I know some of you are going to say, well, you can have all those linked together. So when you post it one place, it posts the other ones. I stopped doing that because sometimes it got them out of order. And I'm very picky about that kind of stuff. So I don't like to do that. So on my stories this morning, it literally has my inspirational quote about Monday. Then it has a really cool picture of my capsules. Then it has my Zoom. And then I'm going to go right into why do I take these 3 steps. So I will work on my stories probably a little bit longer. Y'all, I want you to think about something when you're thinking about doing your social media, or if you don't like doing social media, or if you just are like only posting once a week. Your storyline at the top and your Facebook feed is actually your advertisement. Now, if you owned a brick and mortar business, or if you owned any business, let's just be real, you have to advertise. And I'll give you an example. That's what I did prior to Thrive, or when I started Thrive. I did advertising and marketing for several car dealerships. My budget for marketing all those car dealerships every year was $3 million. So that's a lot of money to pay to get people to look at your stuff and come into your store. And guys, you get to do it right here for free. So utilize your free version of that. So when I was marketing for vehicles, yes, every day there was something on TV, or there was something in the paper, or there was a billboard up, or there's always something that I had where people would see the vision of the cars and want to come in and buy one from there. Guys, so every day it's important that you put something on your social media. Not all Thrive. If you want to talk about your family or your dogs or husband or whatever, spouse, whatever, but you've got to have something every single day consistently about your Thrive life. Now I'm going to say I saw my girl Heather's stuff yesterday, and she's on my team, and she is amazing at her social media. So I'll just steal her stuff. I'm not going to use it today. I'll probably use it tomorrow. I am sitting outside. It's actually kind of cool right now. It's supposed to get up to 80 degrees here today. My mom's outside over there on the phone too, because those girls are still sleeping. But they have a full day on the Texas A&M campus. And I thought this was spring break for Texas A&M. It is not. They come back this week. And I don't even think that the university gave them a spring break this year. I think they got a spring day. That had to hurt some commerce somewhere. Okay, I need to go find Heather's stuff, because Heather's stuff is really good. And she is so good. Y'all, if y'all can just find some way to go just find a promoter, a big promoter that you like to watch their stuff, and see how their social media looks. It's crazy good. And save their stuff. Don't post it right after them. Lindsay's are really good too. I love Lindsay's facial expressions all the time in her stuff. Okay, got to see how many I went and did already. I count all these social medias and all these different places. So already this morning, and just doing that in one place and then share it to the other place, I have 12 pictures out about Thrive. And I'm not done. I will be continuously using it throughout the day, but I'm going to wait till I go put my patch on so I can show my TAC patch. How many of y'all have received that and have started using it? Yes, Sunday is Tammy Battaglia. She records hers too, so you can usually find her recording on her YouTube channel. All right, real quick, let's go work in our groups for a little bit. So guess which group I'm going to work in today? I'm going to work in my Texas A&M group today. I actually posted a picture on there yesterday of us heading to Aggie Land, and all these people, funny story, all these people started commenting, including my very first friend. There's 645,000 people on this particular group that I'm in. And I posted that picture. And then my very first friend that I met in my geology class commented. She's like, if you're coming, call me. So that's one of the ones we're going to go see today. Fun. So I'm going to reply to some of those people today, or I'm going to post a picture in the comments of what we did last night. Of course, they may not be really impressed with me. I had to take my daughter to the Dixie Chicken. If y'all don't know what that is, that's just the oldest probably bar in College Station, but it's not just a bar. You can eat there too. And I swear I walked in and it smelled like it did 25 years ago when I was here. Yeah. I'm also going to go into my parent group that I am part of. So here's the deal, guys. You need to make sure that you're in a group. If you don't know what groups are, or if you have 75 groups, that's not working. I want you to work in 3 groups a week. Mine is a parent group for Bridgeport High School. Mine is a Texas A&M group, and mine is a Golden Retriever group. Those are the 3 that I concentrate on. Lindsay's, I know, is a Weight Watchers group. I know she has a couple. She may have 1 or 2 Weight Watchers groups. So just you've got to get in there and engage. Once a week I try to post a picture in there so that people will comment on it. But then I'm always like engaging with people. Like if somebody posts a gorgeous picture of a Golden Retriever, I'm like, oh my gosh, she is beautiful. How old is she? Now in my teacher high school group, I run the parent group, but most of the teachers are on there too. So there's all kinds of funny pictures about teachers being on spring break. So I'm going to have to post that in there. But then they'll comment, and that's great because, you know, some of those people don't thrive with me yet. Are they crazy? Yes. I don't know why they don't thrive with me. Now, what's important about those groups is sometimes when I'm engaging with people in there and I know they're not thrivers with me, I try to go friend request them, or I'll send them a private message. I know I'm just going to go for an example off the top of my head. Lindsay always, like, she'll send a private message to somebody in her Weight Watchers group. Hey, I love connecting with people who are in the same Weight Watchers group. I would love if you and I could share recipes or ideas or things like that. She starts to build a relationship with them. Well, of course, they're going to go stalk her page. And what do you hope they see when they go to her page? You hope that they see that she is a thriver, right? But what if they did go to her page and there, or her storyline, and there was nothing about this product that she took? They'd be like, oh, she's got a daughter that goes to Charlton. That's great. She's in a Weight Watchers. Okay, great. And they would be off her page and done. But that she makes sure that, her social media represents who she is. A mom of a daughter that's at Charlton, a wife, and a thriver for sure. And, well, there's all kinds of other things crazy Lindsay's got going for her, right? Just kidding, sweet girl. All right, so let's just review real quick. I'm getting cold out here, so I'm going to have to go inside. Make sure that you have done your birthdays and that you have custom conscious comments throughout the day. As you're scrolling Facebook and looking through, if you see something of a non-thriver, don't just like and love it. Actually, stop. I'm just going to write something. Okay, there's lots of people on spring break this week, so you could say, oh my gosh, those pictures are great. Where are you guys? Or like I just sent one to a girl who's on a beach. I'm like, okay, so what's the vibe down there? You know, because Rona's still kind of crazy. Then Very important today, you want to go send thank yous to all the people that you can find that did an auto ship today. So I actually, oh, I don't have it in here with me. I know between mine and my husband's and my son's account, we probably had 18 auto ships that went today. So I just need to go back. Hey, just wanted to thank you for your order. I'll keep an eye on it. Hopefully it won't take too long for it to get there, that kind of stuff. And then make sure you're doing your social media. Of course, you want to go and share a story today sometime. I was going to wait a little bit since I just posted something on mine. And then you can write down that you connected with 22 leaders. But it is super important as we finish up of making sure that you are expanding your network. So I went right into my friends, and there were 2 friend requests for me. Lives in Bridgeport, Texas, went to Bridgeport. Let's see. All of our friends are non-thrivers, so I'm going to accept that one. Just added one new friend. Then I have another one. We have 47 friends in common. Okay. None of those. 47 friends in common. That's a lot of people. A lot of girls. Oh, here's one. Oh, how do I not have these people already as my friends? My goodness. There were 4 requests out here that are, all right, all 4 of those, we had a ton of friends in common. Tons, like over 40, some of them up to 200. None of them are thrivers because you can see who your most common friends are. So I just got to add 4 people to my friends list. Yay. One thing I always like to do is I like to see how many friends I have at the beginning of the week and how many I have at the end of the week. Because, I take people off about the same time I'm bringing people in. People who are, one, maybe on a sideline way down, or somebody who's on my team that's way down, no longer active, doesn't do anything, or they're not active on their Facebook, like they don't even have a profile picture anymore. I'll look and see the last time they were active on there. If they're not, I take those kind of people out. So usually I have about the same amount every week because I take about as many people out as I bring in. And how I find the ones that I'm going to take out is usually on birthdays. That's when they become very obvious. All right, guys. Well, we are going to call it. So I hope that all of you, valuable lesson right here. You just spent 30 minutes working and learning. Please make sure that you go spend 30 minutes actually just diving in and doing your stuff. And the last thing I want to tell you is at 11:45 today, we will have the working Zoom. I believe Amber Manquist is going to be the one who is training us today. But I gotta go try to, y'all wouldn't believe this, but I actually curled part of this hair before I came out here. This is what it looks like. This town. I can honestly remember that I never wore my hair straight in all the years that I lived here going to school, and I had really, really long hair, but it was the 90s, so I could have big, giant curly hair, and I did. I remember why now. All right, y'all have a great day. Talk to you soon.